Hello, I'm very upset this evening, absolutely upset. And I've decided to do this video so that it gets to Baba Lakin, who runs the MM2, the Murtala Mohammed International local airport. He has a lot of miscreants there who are inconveniencing guests. If you want to manage an airport, you don't manage it to the discomfort of those who use the airport. For every ticket that is bought, there is an airport tax component. And you cannot. No, let me just say what happened. I went to the airport this Saturday evening to pick up a guest who has traveled in from Asaba. An important personality, in fact, one of the political party chieftains. When I got there, I went into the car park and I parked and I paid for the car park. When the guest arrived, he called upon me and I told him I'll pick him up at the canopy around the MM2. No, I drove down to pick him up, and as he slid into the car, I heard that you don't pick people up right there, and therefore some of the miscreants ran into the car and clamped the tires. So I asked them, what's the meaning of what you guys are doing? He said, we don't need to pick anyone there. It's only for drop-off. I said, okay, so I've picked the passenger. I didn't spend a minute. So pardon us. We will observe your rules next time. I didn't know of it. After all, I've been picking up passengers right here. I've been picking my guests right here in the past. Oh, he said it's a recent rule. So I went to their offices and they said, the tire has been clamped and so I must pay them 50,000 naira. So I told them, I said, well, if you want to penalize me because I pick up somebody at a no pickup area, and don't you have room to say, okay, first offender, you can go? They said they don't. I said, okay, so what's the penalty? They said I must pay them 32,800. So I asked them, to which company am I paying? Apparently, it's a company the company name that by Courtney has concession towing of vehicles to. They call the company name Done Right Enterprise. The name is interesting. A very criminal enterprise with the name Done Right. Baba Lakin, who is the by Courtney chairman, aviation services, you take taxes from tickets and then you make your passengers who pass through the airport to be very inconvenienced. This is why Nigeria is not a tourist destination. It's not a preferred tourist destination because we inconvenience travelers. At the international airport, people walk a long distance. If you go to many airports in the world, the convenience of the traveler is uppermost in their minds. And what we are doing, courtesy of this type of men, like Baba Laki, who is a lawyer himself, I want this message to go to him. I paid. Now I brought out they said if you must pay with a POS, they take your live photograph and you drop your ID card. I complied. I gave them my ID card. And they took my live photograph and I gave them my ATM card. They put the ATM card in their POS machine and I applied my PIN to take out 32,800. My account was debited. And then all of a sudden they walked out and said, it was declined. I said, but you have debited me. This is the alert. You have debited my account of the money. They said, the money did not arrive their account. I said, okay, if the money didn't arrive your account, what am I to do then? He said, they have to impound my car and I must find another money to give to them. I said, but I have only 40,000 in that account, and you've taken 32,800. What is left will not be enough to pay another 30. This I must go to my bank to settle with them. I said, okay, what's the way forward? All they were doing was to impound my car, even after they have debited my account 32,800. So I had to pay them another 32,800. As we are speaking, I have not seen the first 32,800. They have taken up from me now 75,600. And that's a company that's run by a lawyer. His name is Babalaki, who gave a concessionaire, this company called Done Right Enterprises. I want this to go to the Minister of Aviation or the Ministry of Aviation. There's no minister currently. The permanent secretary, whoever, anybody who sees this video. My name is Theophilus Akatugba. I'm an international media practitioner, and I am going to escalate this globally. I'm going to keep talking about this. In every media that I go, I will continue to talk about Babalaki and his criminal enterprise at the airport. He has a company called Done Right Enterprises that is made, he said it's a, I don't know what their duties are, but they gave me a receipt and they said for vehicle clamped and driven on for illegal pickup at the drop-off zone. There was an unjust oppression of my person at that airport. As a top citizen of Nigeria, I will not let it lie. You cannot be the only one. You have no right to impose fine on any citizen without a court. And I intend to take that up. And I'm very disappointed in Babalaki and his Done Right Enterprise Group. And it's a shame that people like him and his enterprise and organization continue to cause Nigeria heartache. You got the MM2 contract, you couldn't complete the second car park. You also got the Unilag you ran, and that you were a pro-chancellor. We know the crisis that went on there. You had the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. All these privileges given to you. Look at what you are doing at the airport. If I were a foreigner, what report will I give? I'm quite sorry. I'm very sorry that we keep making mistakes and using very downtrodden miscreants and idiots running and operating around our airports. The men that I dealt with today, they have no business. They couldn't, low lives, very rude, arrogant, thieving monsters. I am going to take Done Right Enterprises up, and by extension, Babalaki and his Courtney Aviation Services. This is the short story that I want to share with you, and we take it up from there. I'm very disappointed at what's happening at the MM2.